out-of-body experience.
Welcome to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast.
Welcome back to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast with your host Logan and
Hayden.
And we are here to recap and go over our thoughts of what happened with the first ever two-night SummerSlam event. I mean, it was absolutely insane. Both nights ended with just crazy, literally unbelievable things happening. And I can't wait to talk about this. Do you have any thoughts before we get started with the matches?
I loved it. Loved the endings. Both endings are exactly what I wanted.
Just
Great.
insane.
I loved it.
Absolutely
Rest of the
insane.
card, it was okay.
Yeah, they definitely
Nothing mind blowing, but
both
some good matches.
both pay-per-views or both nights of the pay-per-view ended very, very strong, I will say.
Yeah, Triple H likes to go for that big main event feel and surprise.
Definitely.
It definitely felt like more like a WrestleMania than SummerSlam. I'll say that.
Yeah, they definitely
felt
went
like-
harder than usual.
With it being at MetLife, it felt like I was. If it didn't say SummerSlam everywhere, I felt like I was just watching a WrestleMania.
Yeah, it gave off
Really?
definitely WrestleMania vibes with the way that it looked, especially during the daytime and everything.
Yeah, so it went the 2-night aesthetic. So, but that's what's like the way of the future for these
Yeah,
bigger
Survivor
shows,
Series, Royal
so.
Rumble, everything.
Yeah, which I like. It lets them breathe and lets them get those matches, the good matches in. But
Gives them more time.
it's a lot to watch.
It
Man.
is a lot to watch. All right. So SummerSlam Night 1 opens with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso taking on the Braun Brawns. And
Yep.
Reigns and Jey Uso get the win, but Roman takes the bullet and Jey gets the pin. Very interesting.
Yeah, I was a little surprised. I thought the Braun Browns were going to win. I think I picked them.
You did pick them. I picked Roman and Jey.
I thought that they would. I thought they would get that pin. I thought maybe when Roman sacrificed himself, I thought that might lead to them
That
getting
could. Yeah,
that
Braun
pin.
pins Roman, gets that big victory over him.
But they didn't really need it, so I'm not super mad about it. Like I've been telling you, I think everything's leading to Roman and Seth going at it at
Yeah,
WrestleMania.
it makes the most sense. At least right now, some things could probably change and will change
That's
by
gonna
the time
that's gonna be your biggest main event that you're
As
getting
of
at
right now,
WrestleMania
yeah.
next year. So everything seems to be pointing that point. I get why they didn't really want Roman to lose. I'm surprised Jey got the pin.
Yeah, I mean, they're
But-
really high on Jey. So
Yeah, I can see it, given that kind of character build for Roman that he's not just about himself anymore.
And in this match, they even ran it back, and Jey did his entrance again, and even got Roman to do the run it back. So
I know. So it
it was a good match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was everything I expected it to be. So
Roman even was yelling at Heyman as he was walking up the entrance ramp and
Yeah.
stuff. So
yeah, that was good. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
then we move to the Women's Tag Team Championship. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair beating Raquel and Roxanne from the Judgment Day, new tag team champions in the women's division.
Loved it. It was a perfectly good tag match. The only thing they did there that I liked was that little tease of dissension.
Yeah, they did
But
have
she
a
ended
tease.
They ended up going the friends route, which I like better.
It was the right
I'd
decision to
rather
not
see
turn
them.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see them be a team for a while first, and then see what happens after
Yeah,
that.
there
down
was
the
there
road,
was a
but-
couple moments there where you thought maybe Charlotte's gonna revert back.
Yeah, but it definitely was better for them to win.
Mhm.
Let them keep this thing going. It's the hottest thing they got going
Yeah,
right
and
now.
now Roxanne and Raquel can move back into like Liv Morgan stuff without the titles being.
And that title thing, I mean, that was just kind of Liv's thing anyway.
Yeah,
so.
they needed to have Roxanne fill in. She wasn't even really a champion.
Yeah.
She was just filling in with Raquel.
Yeah, so everything went the way that
Mhm.
it needed to go.
And now Alexa and
So.
Charlotte can go do their own thing. They can go team
Yeah.
or against whoever they want to team against and defend it.
Yeah, they need to find a good team to put them against to keep the momentum going. But I don't really.
I'm not
off
sure
the top of my
What
head.
kind of
I'm not
heel
who
women
they-
tag teams are there even?
I mean, there's a few around, but you could probably do something because I mean they're on Raw, but with the tag titles, I think they go to both brands, don't
I
they?
think you can.
So I mean, you could do something with the he. What are they called? The she curity or something?
Oh, the
Something
Secret
like that.
Hervis.
Hervis, that's what it was. Secret
Yeah.
Hervis. So you can do something
Yeah, I
with
forgot
that.
about them. Yeah, you
Maybe
could definitely do that.
they at least got a little juice with Chelsea. So,
Chelsea Green.
but
And then
we'll see.
we move to Sami Zayn defeating Karrion Cross, but not resorting to hitting him with the pipe.
Yeah, nothing special about this match. It was a fine match,
Now Sammy,
but
we're recording this after Monday Night Raw happened, so now Sammy's going to be facing Rusev next week on Raw. So
okay, yeah. So he's already moving on. It sounds like everything that I've read today is Karen Cross is probably leaving
yeah,
WWE
him and
anyway.
Scarlett weren't even there because their contracts are up. So
Yeah, so I think they're going to be done here soon.
that's kind of
Which
crazy.
that's the best for Kerry, and they just never knew how to use him. He's not the best wrestler, and I get that, but it's hard to. You just got to put him in the right situation, and WWE's never put him in the right
Yeah, they didn't
situation.
really know what to do with him.
The only time he barely was in the right situation was in NXT,
Mm-hmm.
and that's only because he had such good chemistry with Keith Lee. Their matches were great, but they had that same kind of style. When you put Cross with all these guys that actually fly wrestle, he's just not fast enough to keep up with them.
Yeah, he's pretty slow and lumbering.
Yeah, he's good against those bigger guys when he has those kind of matches, like a McIntyre. Those kind of matches are the matches they should have been giving him, and they just don't. They don't give him a Sheamus. What's Sheamus doing? He's
He's
fighting
fighting Rusev.
Rusev right now. So I mean, give him Sheamus and Karrion Cross a feud. I bet that would be a pretty good match. So whatever.
Maybe. WWE Women's Championship, Tiffany Stratton ends up beating Jade Cargill.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked by the ending, especially that she only beat her with the moonsault
Yeah, just the
once.
prettiest moonsault, yeah.
But I think this kind of gives Jade a good underdog chance now because she's played up so far as the unbeatable monster. And then once that monster loses,
Mm-hmm.
it can either destroy the character or she can become more of a
It's the same
sympathetic
thing,
face.
but not the same thing because it's like a different gimmick. But it's the same thing with the Fiend. Like, what are you gonna do with the Fiend when you put him in the main event picture? You can't. If you put him in the main event picture, you put him in the title picture, then he's got to win it.
Mm-hmm.
But then, how do you get the belt off him without him looking bad? And they obviously didn't make him look good when they made him lose to Goldberg. But it's the same thing with
Yeah.
Jade. She's this unstoppable force, and she's been dominant. She has losses, obviously. She's lost the tag title. She's lost other matches, but like this is
Mm-hmm.
her first real big WWE Championship match against a person who has held the title since late last year, but maybe we thought she was going to go in a different direction, and now they didn't give it to Jade. So
Yeah, I mean, you can either ruin a character or you can make a character with a title loss. You can, well, especially with a monster. If you make the monster win the match, then they're going to keep the title and they become that dominant champion.
mm-hmm.
With the loss, they're either going to destroy that character and it's going to be a hard hill back for her to climb, or she can kind of get that. Now she can get that sympathy factor that she wasn't
Yeah,
getting
I think that's where
before.
she's going to go. I think she's going to go on the hunt, on the chase, and she's going to be in
And if
that
you can
position.
make the monster vulnerable, then the fans start to feel for it,
It
and I
could go
think that might be
down.
better
It
for
could go
Jade in the
down
long run.
the Cody path after he loses to Roman at 39.
Yeah, but I mean, it's more so when you got a monster like that, like because that's how they've been building Jade. Is she's unbeatable,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what they did with her in AEW too, and she
Yeah,
never
she
lost.
never lost the
She
title,
was never losing,
the TBS title.
and so they're building her like that, and you can only go so far. So they were at that point where they either decide she's going to win the championship, Gold,
Mm-hmm.
who was unbeatable, wins the title, and then
You
eventually,
got to lose.
he's going to lose. So they decide to pull the loose card now while she's still chasing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which is probably a better
It's probably
option.
for the best. Yeah.
If they would have had Goldberg lose against Hogan and then he comes back next and he
Then you at least
wins
know he's
later,
vulnerable a little bit.
then you can rebuild him. So I think they'll do a good job rebuilding Jade. They really seem invested in her, so
Mm-hmm.
I think she'll climb out of this and she'll be champion soon. I'll
Yeah,
say
definitely. Probably within
So.
the next year. So.
Oh, by then for sure. I would say close to. I would see her being the Royal Rumble winner, honestly, and
Ooh,
being the
yeah,
WrestleMania
that's a
winner.
good.
I mean,
thing.
I can see her having this really tough end of the year where she can't beat Tiffany, and then she ends up winning the Rumble and gets one more shot at her at WrestleMania, and that's where
I
they
could see that.
decide to pull the trigger.
That's a good point.
So
Then we get Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre beating Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Now we both picked Orton and Jelly Roll to win this match, and we were
yeah,
wrong.
I
Now
was
I did
surprised.
hear that it was pulled the last second, changed. Orton and Jelly Roll were supposed to win, changed the decision. Paul and McIntyre go over.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it didn't matter.
No, I like the result. I think it's fine the way that it happened.
So I was surprised they had Jelly take the pin like that, but it is what it is.
I was kind of impressed with Jelly Roll. I mean, he didn't do anything too crazy, but he took some pretty nasty bumps. I mean, that frog splash from the rope to the table was nasty.
Oh yeah, that was bad. The only thing I didn't like about him, which it's not his fault because he's new and he's a celebrity who hasn't done this very long, but he choreographed so much
Yeah,
of what was going to happen.
he had to though.
Like,
And I know,
which
yeah,
I get, but like that table, like
he's getting ready. He's getting ready. Yeah,
he's ready before Logan Paul's even done the.
He didn't even bash the prime bottles over yet.
Yeah, like Drew's like not like they're not even up there yet when Jelly's getting ready.
Yeah, he's
They did the
he's
same
putting
thing
himself
at
in
the end.
position and he's getting his arms
Yeah.
ready and
Too obvious.
yeah, but I mean
that's a newbie. What are you gonna do?
yeah,
I mean,
there's not much you can avoid with that.
I'm not like saying he's horrible. I mean, but that's just something when you watch so much wrestling, you just notice it right away.
And I
like,
noticed
oh.
a weird spot. After Paul does the spot, he goes next to Cole and he hands him the glasses. I thought that was pretty weird. Like he gave
He they fell off when he landed, and he handed the glasses to Cole so they don't break.
Yeah.
Which happens all the time.
I know. I just think the camera caught and I thought it was weird.
They just don't usually catch it. Like that kind of stuff. Like you always wonder about the clothes stuff, but like if any stuff like that happens, it's like when the ref picks up like
something that
I just think about is when Too Cool used to do the splash. Sky Tuhati, the worm, he would put on the glasses sometimes, and they'd fall off, and the ref would always pick them up and put them in his pocket.
Yeah. And the refs do that all the time. They pick up random stuff.
Do that all the time. So I assume Paul just happened to find him when he was lying there,
and he just handed him
and just gave him to Cole so that way he wouldn't have to, so they wouldn't break.
Yeah, so he didn't put him in his gear and break.
Yeah. So
because they were those expensive meta glasses that you can record on or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's probably why then. He probably didn't. He would have cared more if they were just regular glasses, but since they were that, then I'm sure he cared more.
Yeah, have you seen the perspective of Paul when he does it?
No, I didn't know that was what they.
Yeah, they released the video from his glasses. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So
all in all,
everything.
It was a good match.
Besides that kind of stuff, it's just stuff you notice when you watch wrestling.
It was a good celebrity match. I liked the open. The thing when Jelly Roll's telling Orton, I want to be the starter. I want to start the match.
It was great. You don't usually see that.
And Orton's like, okay, you do it.
Yeah, he actually tried. So
yeah, I like it.
I give him credit. He took a lot of shots.
He's definitely at the top of the celebrity list.
Sure. Yeah, that one.
Behind Bad Bunny.
What's it? I always blank on Drew's finisher.
Claymore.
That one Claymore he took was.
He took
nasty.
a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get to the craziest finish, maybe of the year.
Greatest finish.
We had the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther drop the belt to CM Punk, but only for 5 minutes because Burn It Down plays. Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman come out onto the stage, and you think, oh, he's just going to ruin Punk's moment because he hates Punk and he doesn't want him to ever be happy. But
he hates Punk.
I said this on the the preview show. I said that Seth Rollins has said in multiple different promos, even on Raw, that he is not going to leave Punk alone and never have him be happy. He's never going to get a happy moment. As long as Rollins has breath in his lungs.
Rollins is a good man.
And so when he came out there, I initially thought something's weird because Rollins isn't going to just this is too big of a night for Rollins to just come out there and say, "You better watch out. I'm going to come at you at some point." So I was already a little skeptical. And then
I had two thoughts
okay,
when I watched it. I thought, one, he came out, like you said, to just taunt him, which could have happened.
it could have happened, but it would have felt weird.
But my second thought, which is not what happened, and what it looked like was Punk's thought too, which was funny, is that I thought Seth Rollins was going to distract him, and then the Brawns were going to attack from behind, lay Punk out, and then Rollins was going to crutch his way down
Well,
there.
that would have been weird.
Pin him, hurt, and still take the title, but have the Brawns do all the work.
Interesting. I kind of like that.
The Rollins would be like an injured champion, where he never wrestled,
Huh.
but he was champion.
That's kind of interesting.
That's what I thought. And then, like when he starts walking down there, you see Punk look around,
He's looking for Braun and Braun.
but they didn't end up coming out. But that was one of my thoughts initially when Rollins was just standing
That's
there. Was
interesting.
like,
I kind of like that.
I'm waiting for the Brawns to come out, lay him out, and then Rollins crutches his way down there and pins him with like just puts a foot on him.
That would have been weird.
And pins him.
But we all know what happened. Rollins turns around to walk away, stops, and
classic.
The crutches fall to the side, almost Willy Wonka-esque.
Yep.
He puts he puts the crutches to the side, turns around, undoes the brace, pulls it off, takes the jacket off, which obviously he didn't have a shirt on because he's Seth Rollins. Takes the jacket off, still with the necklace on, and goes and cashes in on CM Punk, but not before he beats the crap out of him with the briefcase. Man. Those are some of the realest shots I've ever seen with the briefcase.
Those elbow shots he gave him when he picked him up for the GTS. Oh my God, he's gonna knock his head
These
off.
two guys hate each other, and I love it.
Oh man, they really lay into each other. They have fights.
It was good stuff. And then Rollins hits the curb stomp and wins the world championship, exposing to the world that he was not actually injured at all.
Nope.
Which is a theory that we had, but we weren't 100% sure because of the way that Rollins was building up. But kayfabe is still alive.
Yep. Even told his daughter.
Yeah, he even told his daughter he's got an injury.
And then his daughter told her preschool teacher.
I did see that. It was funny.
Oops. So.
What an ending to night number 1, though.
That was amazing. Ruse of the Century, just as memorable as the Heist of the Century.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, no one does Money in the Bank catches better.
No, Rollins is he's in a tier of his own. If we were going to do a tier list,
if he's got a Money in the Bank, it's going to be an amazing catch.
Yeah, if we were to do a tier list, he would be a tier all by himself.
Oh yeah, he's that was amazing.
And now he's got 2, just like Punk does. 2 successful
catches. Matt Hardy thanked him for what he did to Jeff.
Yeah,
Punk did the same thing.
Oh man, that was quite the ending, and we were wondering how were they going to follow up such an eventful, such a monumental ending to night number 1. How are they going to do it in night number 2? Oh,
night number 2 never seems to be as good though.
Yeah, the build up never, or the matches in between never seem to be on par, but that's just the way that they book the matches, I guess.
I don't know if it's fatigue or what.
But we do kick off. What did they kick off with? I think they started with. Did they start with the triple threat, the women's triple threat? I think they did.
Yeah, it was the women's triple threat.
Night 2 opens with the women's world title match. Naomi retains the title against Io and Rhea in a pretty good match. Pretty good match.
I like the emotion. I like Naomi coming out with her dad playing.
Yeah, that was awesome. I didn't realize that her dad was such a good guitar player.
Yeah, he's amazing. So, and Io and Rhea never have a bad.
No, that for some reason they just have this amazing chemistry that they can't have a bad.
So with Naomi and Naomi's great in her own.
We said that in the pre-show that they were going to be crazy.
Yeah, it was exactly what I expected. Excuse me. I love the just the quick roll up that really plays into her
she grabs the tights and rolls her up.
Yeah, that was perfect.
It's the perfect way for Naomi to win.
Yep. So
and now Rhea has this doubt. She even tweeted after the show. She said, "I think I hate SummerSlam because she just doesn't have good luck at SummerSlam." So
yeah, she can't win at SummerSlam for some reason.
Now coming off of Monday Night Raw, Io next week has got a match with Naomi, and Rhea wants Io to win so that she can take the title from Io and finally beat her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm interested to see how this all plays out. It seems like Rhea's got Io's number pretty much, and she just can't get the finish.
Io's got Rhea's number.
That's what I meant. Yes, sorry, but Rhea, I thought Rhea had her.
I did too. I thought that when she hit
but-
that avalanche, what is her finish called?
I'm bad with the finisher
Why am I
names.
blanking on her finisher name? Whatever. The avalanche
Yeah.
finisher.
Yeah.
I can't
Whatever.
I can't think of it. I'm blanking on it right now. I
Was
apologize.
she Orange Cassidy?
When she hit the
Whatever.
avalanche finisher, I thought that it was over, but then Naomi slides in, pushes Rhea off, and then pulls her, rolls her up for the finish. It was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And we move to the most insane 12-man tag match or a TLC match you will ever see.
Well,
There was bodies flying everywhere.
that was exactly what I.
It was an actual
was
car
too
crash.
much. It was too much.
It felt like there was too many people. You had people jumping
Yeah,
left to right. The
way too
cameras
much.
couldn't keep up.
Yeah,
Axiom's
they couldn't
doing
even
Spanish
film
flies off
everything.
of things, almost going into the crowd. He jumped so far.
I did love all the callbacks.
Oh yeah, they had Tommaso. I mean, the core strength for Tommaso to pull
Yeah.
himself up to dodge Nathan Frazier's spear. That was
Yeah,
insane.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And then I always love when they hit super kicks
hmm
when they're like doing a moonsault.
Oh, the
So that
Frazier,
one-
the Frazier moonsault that
Yeah.
Gargano hits him. That's a classic Gargano
It was-
spot.
Oh my god, that was
Yeah,
nasty.
he did that a lot in NXT.
But Candice LeRae, man, she pushed her
took
body on the
a
line.
nasty bump. I got out of off the couch when I saw that.
They I loved the post show they're talking to him and
Yeah,
Ciampa's going. They tried to murder a woman.
they did.
I mean, that was one of the nastiest.
Yeah, she just
bumps
landed right on her
I've
knee
seen,
and shoulder.
man or woman.
Gee, that was crazy.
Uh,
But they end up with the Wyatt Six keeping the titles, which is not something we thought. I predicted Andrade and Phoenix. You predicted the Guns. So we did not think that
surprised.
I thought that they'd give the Wyatt Six that moment on SmackDown. They'd get the titles, but then they'd give them to somebody else at the match. But no, they kept it with the Six.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I didn't really care who won that match. I just didn't think.
Yeah,
the
I didn't have a
match.
major preference. I did see in post-match backstage stuff that the Street Profits, a little bit of tension. Maybe that split
Yeah,
that
they-
everybody's been calling for is actually going to happen.
They're either going to go super heel or they're going to split because Montez Ford's loses his mind.
I love Montez. I think he could be an unbelievable star as a singles guy.
I did love how she was like, "Yeah, it's been 18 months since they were on a PLE," and then they have that one at SummerSlam. That's crazy to think about. 18
Yeah.
months that they were on a PLE.
And then we get to the match that we all kind of, it was the most scripted match we ever could have had, which was Solo versus Jacob in the United States Championship Steel Cage match. There was handcuffs involved. There was the MFTs. Solo ends up getting the win, but it was...
Worst match of the card.
Yeah,
of
I mean,
the weekend.
It's not their fault. It's just
No, it's their
the
fault.
the bloodline stuff without Roman has never gotten over. So even
No,
with
it's-
Jacob, who is extremely over, it's the vortex was what they call it, the bloodline vortex. It just can't do well without
the
Roman.
bloodline's dead. They had to change the name of it. The
Yeah, with the
Bloodline's dead
MFTs
so
and
much.
stuff. It just I don't know.
But-
It seems like they're not.
It seemed like no one cared about that match because
Yeah,
they missed all the big moments of the match. The camera crew, like they didn't
They
even know
missed-
what was going on.
they missed Jacobs breaking the thing,
Yeah,
the
that
handcuffs.
was the whole point. That was literally the whole point of the match
Mhm.
was to give him that spot.
And they missed
And
it.
they
They cut
missed
it as
it.
he
It was
was
like-
reacting to breaking it, and they cut back to him. They don't
It's
usually
like,
miss
what
stuff
are we
like that.
doing?
Though. At least
It's
not
almost
this
like they
era.
don't care about them.
Well, they care about
It's
Jacob.
almost like they don't. They don't. These guys are just running in circles.
But
here.
Solo gets the win. He ends up retaining the U.S. Championship, and he had a funny way of getting out of the ring. He kind of just like fell out of the ring from when.
Yeah,
What?
I was just gonna say, I'm glad they're giving Solo some
Yeah,
character. That's a
Funny
good at
Solo
least.
is the best version of Solo.
Yeah, he was good on the post show. He was funny,
Yeah,
but
and
that group just
he
is
needed this
just
credibility. He needed
nothing.
this win to keep
Yeah.
some sort of credibility. And I think I mixed up the order because I think Becky Lynch and Lyra was before this. But anyway,
It doesn't matter.
Intercontinental Championship match, Women's Intercontinental Championship match. Becky Lynch defends against Lyra and retains. I do want to say, not a fan of Becky's new entrance theme, her music.
You didn't like it?
I don't like the new
It was
music.
okay.
I like the
It was okay.
classic. Oh, I like the classic.
Yeah, but
Becky
she
Lynch.
hasn't had that in forever.
That's what she has. What are you talking about? That's what she just
No,
had.
she just no. Didn't she have some other version
No, that's
of
when
it?
she was Big Time Bex, but they changed it back.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I
but
thought she had something else before that. Or
no,
after that.
she had the classic music up until this match.
That's fine. I'm glad they're moving away from this band they've been using for everything. So
Yeah,
this was some other band. It's fine.
I don't like the song that much, but it was a crazy match. I mean, Lyra, they did have a spot in the match where Lyra's the zip ties come off, and they have to put
she had to put it back.
she had to put it back on because it wasn't supposed to come off that point. But other than that, it was a crazy match. They went hard. There were some hard spots in there with the kendo sticks and the toolbox stuff and all kinds of crazy. Then Bayley gets involved, which I thought was going to happen, but I predicted that Lyra would turn heel on Bayley. That didn't end up happening. It was kind of just miscommunication. Bayley hits Lyra with the chain, going for Becky, and then Becky pins her for the win. That's how she retains. But
yeah, it was fine.
It was a good match. I enjoyed it.
It was a good match. They did good together. My favorite spot was Becky knocks Bayley out over the guardrail, and she goes to set up the table, and then Lyra comes flying out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, somebody.
That was my favorite spot in the whole whole match.
Put an eagle cry on top of it, and it just as she comes down.
That's classic.
It was crazy.
That was a great spot. You don't see that kind of spot very often.
You don't see somebody fly from out of camera.
Well,
also,
that's when because I'm just gonna say everything is so. When you watch so much wrestling, everything just seems so predictable. So I like it when something surprises.
Well, something I've never seen before is Becky put the chair wrapped it around Lyra, and then sticks her in the announce table, and then jumps on the head of the chair. I've never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, I know.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was an interesting spot. I mean, there's a lot of people that have done the chair around the person.
Well, yeah, but I've never seen what happened afterwards.
No, that was definitely where it's a unique spot. But yeah, that where Becky didn't even look, she just knew it was going to happen. Yeah. That's a good those kind of things. That's what I want to see. Something that surprises me and goes, I did not expect that to happen.
I didn't either.
I did not see that.
I didn't see it either. When she just flew out of frame into frame.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah, that's the kind of spots I like.
Yeah, that was a good spot
in matches.
And then
I like the spots where guys are just laying there, and then you know it's coming.
And then we move to the men's Intercontinental Championship match. Dominic Mysterio, the greatest of all time, greatest Intercontinental Champion ever, goes against AJ Styles and wins with a boot. Something that his dad Eddie would be proud of.
I'll just tell you what, if you like Eddie Guerrero, watch that match.
Yeah, that was really just a tribute to Eddie in that match because it was the 20-year anniversary of Eddie versus Ray for the custody of Dominic, which we've talked about. That shows or that match has been brought up a bunch because we thought Rhea and Liv were going to have a custody of Dominic match at one point, which I still think would have been pretty good. Just put him in a shark cage or something. You fight
just
for him.
Hang him up there. Hang him on the belt thing.
Yeah. So
that would have been good.
That was the 20-year anniversary. So AJ comes out with the lowrider. AJ's got his son in there, and AJ's got the Eddie inspired gear, the trunks, and Dom comes out in the Rey Mysterio inspired gear, which I feel like it should have been reversed, but hey, it's whatever.
Well, it was Rey Mysterio Senior. Don't get that messed up.
Okay.
No, he came out. That mask was for his. For Ray's uncle.
Okay.
The original.
Yeah, I got you.
Not Ray Jr.
Well, I didn't think it looked like Ray Jr. mask, but
no, that was an original.
But the colors were mask. What Ray wore at SummerSlam 2005.
Yes, but the mask was specifically Ray Senior.
All right, that makes sense. I was gonna say he wouldn't
Yes.
want to do that deadbeat man.
No, he's not. No, he's not doing it for his
But
dad.
AJ has the calf crusher locked in, and one of the more creative ways to get out of the calf crusher, other than Brock Lesnar just bashing AJ's head into the ground,
Mm-hmm.
Dom unzips the boot, slips out of the calf crusher, hits AJ with the boot, and pins him. Pretty good.
WrestleMania 20.
Pretty.
I
good.
did like the outsmarting each other on the chair.
Yeah, they did the chair spot.
The
That's a classic spot.
You know, anytime you're doing a tribute to Eddie, you
got to
that.
do a classic chair spot. Absolutely.
So.
And then we get to one of the best John Cena matches I have ever seen, which is just insane to say because he's like old and he never was really like that good, obviously, but he was amazing as John Cena.
He was always good. Still.
No, I'm saying as a technical wrestler, he was never like.
He was better than what people remember. That's the problem.
But this match with Cody, the street fight, was amazing. Like they didn't do any classic rest holds or anything like that. They went from the jump. They just go, and it was spot after spot. And the whole story, the whole theme of the match was Cody pulling the trigger because previously Cody had been hesitant. He never really did it. Obviously at Mania he couldn't do it, and then Cena beats him with the belt himself. But previously he couldn't pull the trigger on Kevin, and he couldn't pull the trigger on Randy. He couldn't do anything like that. And now this kind of gray area, middle ground for Cody, where he's not the white meat baby face that he used to be. He's not a heel, obviously, never had a heel turn in the match. But the crowd was booing him. He undoes the turnbuckle, not just undoes the padding. He actually pulls the buckle that holds to the pole, the steel pole, and he beats Cena with that a couple of times as the crowd's booing him. And it was just, it's something to think about, basically, because Cody, he's not going to turn heel. And you said before we started this that Cody said he's probably never turning heel. You don't think he's ever turning heel officially. But I feel
he just said that it's not in his nature.
I feel like this Cody could be a heel. Maybe not now.
I think he just too much wants to be.
He wants to be the guy. He's QB1. That's his literal nickname.
So I just don't see him wanting to turn heel if he wants to be that.
Although
other guys to be heel,
I am very curious to see where he goes next. He's going to be live on SmackDown. So is Cena, but Cena's probably going to be talking about what we'll talk about in a second. But Cody's going to be live on SmackDown, so I'm very curious to see who comes out to interrupt him, who's going to be his next challenger. Maybe it's McIntyre. Maybe it's...
Yeah, I've heard a few people are going to say it's that Orton's going to come out.
I feel like it's a little early for Orton. He just got done with Orton right before Cena stuff, so...
I can see Orton turning on him somehow.
That could be fun, but I don't know. Maybe they want to keep riding the Orton good stuff because he just had the Jelly Roll stuff, so maybe they want to keep riding Orton.
I know. I heard Drew quit WWE.
Oh, jeez. Of course he did.
I saw that. He told Triple H he's done.
Mm-hmm. He says he's done about every 5 months.
And then Adam Pearce yelling at him in the hallway.
All right, but before we get into the what happened as the show closes,
hold on. I didn't even get to say anything.
I was about to say, if you let me talk.
Jeez.
I wanted to get your thoughts. I am the host. I wanted to get your thoughts on John Cena in the match because John Cena is one of your top 5. So I wanted to let you have some talk before we got
I had
to
some
the show.
thoughts. Thank you.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Let the brain speak, please. Anyway, I will preface this entire statement by saying that I don't know what it is, and I don't know why it is, but there's something about Cody I just don't like.
I know.
And none of his matches do it for me.
But this match did.
No.
Oh.
This match was great. I'm not saying it wasn't a great match, but let's just say I wasn't like on the edge of my seat. Like I like the Cena stuff. Mm-hmm. I love Cena. Cena's probably my second favorite ever. Excuse me. I love Cena, but I love the Cena stuff. I love the American Destroyer he pulled out.
That was
on the floor,
crazy.
And then he couldn't believe he did it.
I couldn't believe he did it.
I loved all his facial expressions. But there's just something about Cody. I don't know if it's just the way he wrestles
He did the old man walk.
I honestly can't tell you. I have no idea why. But his matches just never like people are like, oh man, these are the greatest matches. I just don't. I don't see it. Like I would give that match maybe 4 stars.
Okay. I
And
don't know what
everyone's
Dave
talking
gave it. I
about
didn't see.
people are giving it 5 stars. People are giving it 4, 7, 5, and I'm barely at 4. Like I get it. It was a great match. It's Cena's best match he's had in 8 years. I'll tell you that.
Definitely since he's been on this kind of like part-time run.
But it just I don't know. Something about Cody that I just don't like. Now, given that, I love the story.
Mm-hmm.
Everything about the story, everything about Cody, I like until the bell rings. I don't know what it is.
You liked
the dream promo. Cried, loved it. That was amazing.
It was great.
Him coming out with the broken mask, and then I love his song. I love everything about his entire everything before the wrestling. Once he starts wrestling, I could care less about him.
You enjoyed his match with Dustin in AEW.
It's fine, but again, like I've never put that on like a top match list. Some people say it's one of the best matches I've ever seen. It's fine.
It was pretty good.
It's just something about his wrestling I don't like.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't. It's not. It's something I can't explain. It's just something that I just don't like about the way he wrestles.
Right.
I love everything before a Cody match, and I love everything after a Cody match that he does. He's some of the best. I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I'm not done, Sassy. He's one of the best storytellers. I'll tell you that. In terms of like telling a story in a match, he's one of the best.
Facial expressions are on point.
Yeah, that he does very well. I give him that credit.
The salute was kind of corny, though.
I get it. I get what he was trying to do.
I get it too, which is.
It's so frustrating for me because I'm not trying to be a Cody basher. I like Cody. I think he's a good character. I just don't think he's a good wrestler. I don't know.
So if the character was given to somebody that was actually a good wrestler, in your opinion,
like I would, if the character was given to Goldust, I'd like it better.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Like I just don't. I like Goldust. Like I watch a Dustin Rhodes match and like that better than a Cody match. It's just something about Cody.
That's
I don't know what it is about his wrestling style. It's just so plotting.
Yeah.
He's
heavy with his movements.
Everything is his punching looks awkward. I don't know. I don't like the finisher.
You don't like the crossroads?
It looks bad. Yeah, because it looks bad.
That's a very dependent on how you take it type of move.
Well, it's also dependent on camera angle, and they did a horrible job last night. Cena was not close to the mat any time that hit.
Yeah.
And I get it. We're not taking these moves real, but if you're trying to sell me that 3 of these are going to finish a guy, stop showing the same angle where it's showing where he's landing. Because all I'm seeing is Cena's head in his armpit. I'm not seeing Cena's hitting the floor.
Yeah, some guys take that move pretty well, where they spike their head on the ground and go up.
And Cena's just not.
He's not that type of guy. Yeah.
To take that. He's just old. He's too muscly. He's not one of those flexible guys
and that's not a problem on him.
Like a Ricochet or somebody who's flipping and jumping around when he takes that move. It looks amazing. It's just not a good move it's not a good looking move on Cena. And they did it, 5, 6 times, and I'm just like, ugh.
Cody, I think the stat was Cody kicked out of 8 attitude adjustments in that match, which is pretty crazy.
Even an Avalanche, so. And they're FUs.
Well, they brought back the STFU instead of just the STF.
Yeah, they will always be FUs.
Their attitude adjustments. Now.
But, no, I'm not done.
You're not done? Okay.
No, I'm not done. I have a lot to say about this match. After all said that, I did think the match was good, but the best part about that match to me was giving the idea of Super Cena again, giving the that I don't know what the right word would be, like just showing that when he comes out and still tries to be at his best, I don't think there's anybody better at being a sports entertainer than John Cena.
Yeah, that's
And
probably
that's
true.
what they proved uh, with that
Even
match.
that New Jersey crowd, which is historically very negative towards Cena, was chanting Super Cena. So
Yeah. They really did a good job of spotlighting Cena in that match, and I love that because he deserves it at this point.
and now he can go on his 4 months
No,
left
God.
to go with his face run. So
Yeah. I saw somewhere where if he doesn't wrestle at any of the Raws or SmackDown, which he probably won't, that he will probably only got 4 matches left.
yeah, he's not wrestling on a Raw or SmackDown. He might show up
So,
on a Raw or SmackDown, but he's not. He's not
so
wrestling.
he's got the 3 PLEs and he's got
Clash in Paris.
uh no, the three that's one of the 3 PLEs.
I thought you were counting. Are you
And
counting the
then
Saudi show?
yeah, there's 3 of them. Clash in Paris, the Saudi show, and Survivor Series.
Oh, I was counting. I was counting the December thing that I thought they were going to make a pay per view for him
No,
specifically.
I mean that's probably going to be a Saturday night's main event.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
so then
Now,
that would be 4.
are you ready?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done. Jeez, I always jump at the shark.
Now we get to the post match. Cena picks up the belt, hands it to Cody,
I'm crying by the way
raises
at this point.
his hand. It's a passing of the torch, just like Hogan did to Rock, Rock did to Cena, Cena does to Cody. Passes
Yep,
the torch,
I was crying.
and
I
they
look
hug.
like John Cena's wife.
They exchange some words. Cena is left in the ring. Cody exits, although I thought there might have been a heel turn there, but nope. I was expecting Rock's music to play, but nothing ever happened. Cody leaves, and Cena's left in the ring for the crowd to give him his flowers, basically. And
That was great.
the
Loved
camera
it.
pans on the crowd. It lingers, and when a WWE camera lingers, you know something's gonna happen.
Well, I mean, to be fair though, you felt like they were just giving Cena that last moment.
Yeah.
Now, I'm prefaced by saying I was this whole match. I was thinking somebody was coming,
Oh yeah, me too. I thought it was Rock though.
and I was between 2 guys, Rock and somebody else, and
And then
I was right.
Cena, you got Cena, and you hear that sting, that instant reaction, that first note that hits. I don't know if it's a guitar riff or what it is, but
No one could figure it out. They were arguing about it on the poster.
that first spine tingling music note hits, and you know the second who that is.
It changes the entire aura of like the whole stadium. If you're watching, like the whole aura changes of the
Yeah,
show.
the energy shifts. It's a whole different vibe. Michael Cole dropped an S bomb on
I loved it.
Peacock TV.
I said a lot of those too when
And
I was watching it.
and then the camera pans to the entrance. You
A
get
lot of mother efforts. You mother effer.
you get
You're bad.
the logo, and out walks the cowboy, Brock Lesnar. He's got the hat, he's got the vest, he's got the ponytail with the hair still down. And he walks out. He gets the pyro. He does his classic taunt that he does. I don't know what to call it. Just a little muscle flex or whatever.
I don't know. Thrust.
Yeah, he kind of thrusts a little bit. And then he
thrust.
rocks down to the ring, but he doesn't initially go in. He goes around the ring to the other side of the ring with the commentators, takes the vest off, takes the cowboy hat off, smiles at Cena, and then gets in there and F5s him.
Classic.
Then gets back out of the ring, picks up the hat, and walks away. So, I mean, if we thought night one's ending was insane, I mean, Triple H said it on the night one post show. He said, "You ain't seen nothing yet." And I guess he was right, because
good thing he delivered.
Brock Lesnar was not on my bingo card. Even though Brock Lesnar was on yours, I personally didn't think they would pull the trigger on that, knowing the backlash they would get. So,
Dude, stop backlash.
I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into that kind of stuff on this show.
He was cleared,
but from a storyline perspective, not talking about the real life stuff, because we know the real life stuff. That story came out where Cena said or Triple H said that Cena told him he wants Brock involved. That's why Brock's back. So,
Yeah, makes sense.
but storyline specifically,
Greatest
why
rival.
do we think Brock is back? Is it just because he wants to ruin Cena's retirement tour, or what do we think?
Yeah.
What do we think the character Brock Lesnar wants to do? Why he's back now? Why he chose this moment?
What always happens when John Cena's at his lowest point?
Brock Lesnar's music plays.
Brock Lesnar comes out and makes it 10 times worse. Cena loses to The Rock, where he basically put his entire career on the line and his everything about his soul. Saying he wasn't going to lose to The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Loses to The Rock, and the next night comes out in like his like almost in. This was the point where he almost went heel. Like, and then they decided, no, we're just going to give you Brock, and
Mhm.
Brock's going to come back after what was it,
10
8
years? No, yeah, 8 years, 8 years, 8 years.
and beat the snot out of you. And
Which nobody had any idea at the time.
I love the callback because every time Cena hears that music, he always looks and then looks out to the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
He does it every time that music plays when he's in the ring.
And that crowd at MetLife went crazy.
They flipped out. That was insane pop for Brock. And but I'm telling you, Brock always comes out when Cena's at his lowest. He attacked him at what was that?
SummerSlam 2023, I think.
Yeah, and attacked him. No, not 22. It wasn't 23.
What was it then?
Because that was Brock's last SummerSlam, and he fought Cody, didn't he? It was probably 22.
Maybe it was 22.
Anyway, semantics. Anyway, but he always seems to come out when Cena's at his lowest point and attack him. And Cena said before that he considers Brock one of his greatest.
Yeah, they said that on the broadcast. Cole said that, I think.
So Cena, give him that last match against Brock. You know, with all the stuff with Brock, it doesn't matter. You get him. It looks like Brock's going to do this one last run, kind of finish on his own terms, and then he'll be done.
Minnesota next year.
And so he'll be done. So let Brock have one more match with Cena.
Now, where do we think this match takes place? Do we think they hold off until Survivor Series, or do they do it at Clash?
They'll do it at Paris.
Cena's
going to wrestle at all these.
That happens at the end of the month.
So either Brock's going to come out and say something where he doesn't want to fight Cena until what's the one called? This is it Crown Jewel? What's the Saudi show called?
I think it is Crown Jewel, because I think that's where they're going to do the Crown Jewel championships again.
So either Brock's going to do it then and say he's not going to fight him till then, and Cena's going to fight somebody else at Clash of Paris because he's going to be there. He already said he is.
He has to be, I think.
so Brock can either fight him at Clash of Paris or he's going to fight him at the Saudi show.
It would make more sense for the Saudi show because the Saudis like Brock. So
yeah, it would make more sense to do it at the Saudi show, but then you got to do a filler rivalry with Cena,
which is it always can be kind of awkward.
But
Brock was not on Monday Night Raw, so
yeah, I didn't expect either of them to be.
He might be on SmackDown because Cena's going to be on SmackDown this Friday.
Well, Cena's going to be on SmackDown, so this is where Brock could come out and talk to him about whatever they're decide to do. If they're going to do it at the Saudi show, which would make more sense to me, or they could do it at the. I mean, Paris is going to be a big show too. It's not like it's not a big pay-per-view.
I am very curious,
so they could do it there.
I am very curious about if Brock is going to be back for like the whole year, if he's going to be wrestling at all these different pay-per-views, like the big ones.
I think I'll tell you what I think right now. He's going to come back for the Cena match. He won't be back again until maybe Rumble, if he does the Rumble, and then I see him setting up for his last WrestleMania and some big match with that.
I was about to say, because I would not mind a Brock Lesnar conversation with Seth Rollins, because Seth's got the Oracle now, and I would not mind seeing how Brock thinks of what Paul Heyman's doing right now.
Yeah, but I think the Brock Heyman thing's been is done.
Yeah, but they're always connected. So does Brock
Yeah,
have
no,
an
that's
opinion?
fine.
Does Brock have an opinion on what?
No, do you
Because
think Brock has
I
an
mean, he
opinion
thought he
on
didn't like
that?
Heyman and Reigns together. So
Yeah, but that was personal. He probably loved what Heyman did to Reigns
I'm just curious.
at
I
WrestleMania.
think it could be a good match for Brock on his quote unquote retirement tour if that is going to be what it is.
Yeah, I don't see Brock sticking around past the Cena thing until WrestleMania season.
I could see that.
I think he's coming back to do the Cena match, and then he won't be back until if he enters the Rumble and or to set up a WrestleMania match.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is probably going to be his last WrestleMania,
Yeah, probably.
and so they're going to have to find who they want to be that last big Lesnar opponent for at WrestleMania. Which I was trying to think of last night who they would get in there with, and if you're already doing Rollins and Reigns, at least in my mind, so those guys are out.
Yeah, probably. And you can't do Reigns
The,
again.
the only guys that I have on my bingo card that would really like make me excited would be Punk again
Interesting.
or Gunther. Because Gunther was supposed to fight him at the WrestleMania before he got everything happened, and he kind of got quote unquote fired.
Yeah.
So get Gunther that push of beating Lesnar in his last WrestleMania.
And Gunther is going to be out for a while with this nose injury that he's got.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about that.
So,
but
it
yeah,
was reported on Raw tonight that Gunther's got some sort of facial orbital nose injury.
Yeah.
And he's going to be out for an extended period of time. That could lead into the new year, and maybe he is Brock's opponent.
Maybe they're both in the Rumble and Gunther eliminates him, and then that sets up there.
That could be a good idea. Yeah.
They're
I definitely would not turn down a Gunther Brock match. That's for sure.
I know at one point leading into 40, it was supposed to be Lesnar in the Rumble, and then Dom was going to eliminate him.
Nice.
And then they were going to have the match at Elimination Chamber, Brock versus Dom, and that was going to lead to stop. And then that was going to lead to Brock versus Gunther at WrestleMania. And then obviously changed because of all the stuff. But then I could see them maybe going in that same. I don't know if they'll do the Dom thing again, but I could see Gunther eliminating him from the Rumble, and then Brock Gunther do that match at WrestleMania. And Gunther doesn't even have to win to get put over, but just put Gunther over in a good way. Gunther comes out of there being like this monster machine kind of wrestler that's almost impossible to beat. He fought the Beast and survived.
It could be a Brock beating the streak type of thing, because you've talked about this before, where Brock wasn't.
Yeah,
he didn't have the aura that he does now before he beat Undertaker.
No, that's what people always, that some people forget that. Everyone was like, "Why did Brock break the streak?" And then before that, he really didn't have the. I mean, he had the big time return, but besides that, he fought Cena once. He had that feud with Triple H that no one cared about. He had a few matches here and there with some guys. And then when he beat the streak is when he just that whole
he ascended.
Aura, he became the Beast incarnate. Then that's when he actually became the Beast incarnate. And then he starts going after the titles. Then he starts doing stuff, and then he finally puts over Reigns. And that was the whole thing. That he gave Reigns that, they were trying to give the Reigns that push by beating Brock. He did the favor to Seth, and he built Seth up to be a champion.
And now maybe Brock can do that for Gunther.
The guys. And so you give Brock versus Gunther at that last WrestleMania. Brock's more than likely. I mean, there's nothing official.
I would think so.
But more than likely, Brock's last WrestleMania. You let Gunther beat him. You give Gunther that aura. And then Brock can go away at the SummerSlam with whatever match he wants to have last, whoever he wants to fight last. Rock. And then Gunther can say he beat. I'm sure Rock wants to come back to wrestle Brock. I'm sure that's what he wants to do. And then you can give Gunther that aura to be the ultimate heel to go up against Cody's ultimate babyface. Because who knows where Cody's story's going?
I have no idea.
But if I'm banking on anything, if I was building a card from this SummerSlam to this WrestleMania, I'll tell you right now, I would do Rollins and Reigns. I would do Gunther and Brock, and I would do Cody and Randy Orton. That's what I would do right
You've
now.
been on this Cody Randy Orton thing since for
If
2
you're
years
gonna
now.
if you're gonna keep Cody as the ultimate babyface,
You got to have the
then
ultimate
who
heel.
to go against him than the ultimate nasty piece of crap heel that has ever been in this business? When
Other than
Randy
Ric
Orton
Flair.
is a heel, no, worse. Stop. Other than because Ric Flair doesn't scare you physically. Randy Orton is one of the most intimidating dudes in this, especially now that he's humongous. Back when he was super skinny, he was still scary.
Oh, he's slithery.
You let him give free range on Cody,
Ooh,
and
that could be a good story.
the vindictiveness and the mind games he can play with Cody. I'm telling you,
I can see it in my mind.
money making feud for WrestleMania.
Is that night 2 main event?
With Cody, I don't know. It's hard to say because I think they would like Rollins Reigns as a company better, probably.
But it's for the world title, and you don't like the world title. You don't value that title.
I think the match of Rollins Reigns would be a bigger match.
Probably.
Because but the title, I don't know if they value that title more. It's the second night. It's going to be a main event.
I like that. I like Randy Cody with Randy being the heel. I like him.
So, and the other guy that really leaves out is Punk. But I wonder if they're going to file back to a Punk McIntyre kind of thing.
There's been some teases.
Like McIntyre, well, I don't know how real the him quitting was.
I don't think it was real.
I mean, everything's kayfabe now with WWE. It's so hard to tell.
I made the joke that McIntyre gets fired every 5 months. So
yeah. So, but if somehow McIntyre costs Punk in this whole Rollins feud that's going to probably start happening, I could see something where McIntyre ends up with Punk because Punk's going to get a big match too. So that's about I would say those 8 guys are about the end of your epic star tier of guys. You really don't have anyone else that's in that.
Unless something happens between now and WrestleMania, when somebody takes that next step.
You just don't have anyone else that's up in that upper echelon of guys. Now, I don't know who would win the Rumble because you would have Orton or you'd have Reigns. So it would be one of those two would have to win the Rumble. But
and they just did Orton win the Rumble a couple years ago.
So that would be whatever. But what, has Reigns won it twice? Or did he just won it once?
I think so. I think he won it twice. He won it the year he got booed, and then
I think that's it.
Oh, maybe he hasn't won it twice.
So I can see Reigns winning it.
Oh, okay.
So they usually don't like to give him 3 times, but they have a few guys, so it's hard to tell.
Or you give it to Dom.
But I can see Reigns winning and then making that Rollins match. Kind of give him that story where he has to go through the division the whole way until he gets to WrestleMania against Rollins. But we'll see. But love the show. Both shows felt like a WrestleMania, so
yeah, SummerSlam 2025 was pretty epic.
Yeah, it stepped up.
That is for sure. And Triple H was not kidding when he said you ain't seen nothing yet, because Brock coming out was not something I thought was going to happen.
That's with these big shows now, you pretty much got to expect that from him. He loves to pull out the giant surprise to end the show.
Especially at SummerSlam. I think there's like a running thing where it's like 4 years in a row now somebody's returned.
Well, he does it at SummerSlam. He did it at Survivor Series with the Punk thing.
True. I can't believe Punk's been in the company now for like 2.5 years.
I know, right? It's crazy. Any kind of big pay-per-view, he's doing some kind of big return thing. So it didn't shock me at all. So
yeah, it was pretty crazy though. But I enjoyed both nights of SummerSlam. It was awesome. That is for sure. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little post-show reaction to what happened to the both nights. It was epic, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. But you have any final thoughts on what we talked about here on the show?
Yeah, just saying it was a good show, and
Yeah.
not everything went the way I thought. A little disappointed Cody didn't turn heel, but I like the way how everything kind of turned out. So.
Yeah, I got most of my predictions correct.
Yeah, it felt like a big show, and all the matches pretty much played out
Mm-hmm.
decent. Like nothing, there's no clunkers. There's no real like matches you need to miss or So
Yeah, everybody pretty much
that's
delivered.
always good. So.
Well, that's going to do it for us on this episode of the Brothers Wrestling Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.